Parents are coming up with all kinds of ways to keep their kids engaged in learning right now. A local mom turned to the kitchen to make sure that her son is ready for kindergarten next year, and the result, pure magic. I get to brag on Miles this morning.
So Miles, what is today?
My birthday!
And are you excited?
Yes, I am. Grandma's on.
Miles Harris is a Food Network star in the making.
So we're opening up the banana. Be very careful. You don't want to break it.
Okay.
His live show, Miles is Cooking, is gaining quite a following on Facebook.
Auntie Erica's on here, so you want to talk to Auntie Erica? She said, I see you too. So she's your only audience member so far.
So I guess we have to move on.
Okay, so it's only family and friends right now, but this little boy's got big dreams.
You have 5 people watching you, Miles.
I'm about to get to a million.
And he knows exactly how long that'll take. His mom, Monica, is turning these cooking classes into study sessions.
We have to pass 1,000 to get to a million because if you do a million next and do 1,000 first, that'd be crazy.
I'm doing it whenever he says he wants to do it because I want it to be fun for him. It's really kind of just whenever he wants to do it, encouraging his creativity.
And he has a heaping helping of that, plus personality.
Mom, stop eating the cheese.
Keep eating.
They cook every week, usually something with cheese, his favorite, and they try something new each time. Miles is expanding his palette and his legion of fans.
You have like over 100 people who've liked your show so far.
100?
I know. Okay, so now you get your cheese.
And eat it.
No, don't eat it.
Hey, Miles, once you get to 1 million followers, you can eat as much cheese as you want. I can't tell you how much I love this kid. Talking to him, he giggled the whole way. He is so funny. If you know of a child like Miles who is worthy of a public pat on the back, just doing something sweet and fun, let me know about them. I want to brag on them. Email me or reach me on Facebook. That kid is so funny. I said he's like a Disney, show waiting to be written.
Oh, it's wonderful. And Mom, the real champion there, setting him up, getting him the Facebook Live show. I just love it. It's just cute beyond belief. A great one again, Dia. Shay Ryan is in for Greg D, who is taking some much-needed vacation. He's off all week. Shay, happy to have you with us. Checking out our forecast. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. It's good to be here, and what a beautiful start to the day. Now, it is going to be a lot more like summer today than like fall, but we do have a nice treat by the end of the week after a cool front moves through. So again, as we're looking at our conditions this morning, we've got mostly clear skies, 77 degrees, winds out of the northeast at about 3 miles per hour. So I haven't seen any evidence of rain or fog this morning, so no problems weather-wise as you head out the door. And then as we move through the first half of the day, the temps are going to come up pretty quickly. We'll be in the mid 80s by noon and then topping out in the upper 80s to almost 90 degrees through the early afternoon. And then we'll start to see those showers and storms developing, and they won't be overly very widespread. We'll have about 30% coverage, so not everybody is getting wet, but everyone will definitely be hot and steamy today. Overnight we'll be on the dry side, and then we start the day again tomorrow much like today. So as we continue through the week, we continue to flirt with record highs all the way through Wednesday, possibly Thursday as well. And then we will see that cooler air moving in, and I should really say drier air moving in for the weekend. It'll bring our temps back down closer to average for this time of year. And hey, we've got that clock to set back, Halloween night as well. And it looks like things will be a lot more comfortable for Halloween than we've seen for some time. With that lower humidity and the lower temps, it might actually be comfortable out there. And again, I think bug spray is always the big thing in our family when it comes to Halloween. But otherwise, the temps should be all right for our weather this time of year. Sarah, over to you.
Yeah, bug spray always key. Thanks so much, Shay. Hey, hello, everybody. Do want to pass along an incident up in Pasco County. This is in the San Antonio area. Just put this information on Twitter. Hope you follow me. It's at Tampa Bay Traffic. So there is some debris on the 75 northbound exit ramp to 52. So keep that in mind if you're traveling through the area. Moving out to Polk County near 27. I-4 westbound, you are slow, and those slowdowns continue to grow here because of an accident. Not the best view, but here's an image that updates every couple of minutes, and you can see that people are kind of stopped there. Traffic moving very slowly. Good news to leave you with. No problems reported in Tampa or St. Pete. James.
Great news, and we'll take it. Thank you, Sarah. Well, NASA's set to reveal a mysterious new discovery about the moon, the project it could be related to, and when we're expecting to learn more about this discovery.
I was like, okay, this just happened. Now, what am I going to do?
Well, that guy drove to school with that elephant statue in his pickup and President Trump's name painted on it. How the Florida school punished him and his upcoming legal fight.
ABC Action News is sponsored by OfferPad. Get your free home purchase offer at OfferPad.com.
So who are we going to call about the AC?
I already called ABC.
So it's done?
Consider it done with ABC. Right now, get a complete AC system check for just $29. ABC Plumbing, Air, and Heat. Consider it done.
Attention, fellow seniors. This election will determine your Medicare benefits. Under President Trump, Medicare premiums in Florida have gone down 4%. But with the Biden-Harris government-run health care plan, Medicare will change. Private insurance eliminated. Hospitals closed. You could even lose your doctor. Protect your Medicare coverage. Vote for President Trump. Learn more at seniorsbeware.com.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Notice something at this Rose Garden event? Virtually no one wearing a mask. This irresponsible behavior starts right here at the top.
I would wear one if I thought it was important.
It is important. Over 218,000 dead, 8 million infections, and Trump ignores health experts.
Are you concerned that the virus is getting close to the White House?
No, I'm not concerned at all.
Irresponsible behavior as COVID is rising again. Independence USA PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Ciao, Mr. World here, on the world's most stylish road trip. The views are superbo. Kind of like the designer styles at Eyeglass World, the world's best way to buy glasses. Eyeglass World has hundreds of designer styles for hundreds less. And their same-day service? Mwah! Bellissimo!
With stylish glasses and same-day service, Eyeglass World is the world's best way to buy glasses. Come get 2 pairs for $78.
Meet Margaret Good, the hand-picked candidate of Nancy Pelosi and the radical left. Their extreme agenda includes government-run health care that will end Medicare, so costly that it will bankrupt Social Security and veterans' benefits. And now, when radical mobs riot in the streets, the far left wants to defund the police. Margaret Good is with Nancy Pelosi and the radical left. Margaret Good is not with us.
I'm Vern Buchanan, and I approve this message.
Keeping the kids busy, clients happy, and your money moving? You're unstoppable. With mobile deposit and the Wells Fargo mobile app, you can bank without missing a beat.
All right, we're looking at the Rivergate Tower Tampa camera, where so far today we haven't seen any fog or any rain, so conditions looking pretty clear as we're starting the day. Definitely warm and muggy out there, and it is going to be hot and steamy with a few afternoon storms later on. James?
All right, thank you very much, Shay. Well, NASA is set to reveal a mysterious new discovery about the moon today. The new results are coming from the world's largest airborne observatory. That's a 747 jet modified to carry a large telescope. NASA's announcement also mentioned the Artemis program, which is hoping to put astronauts on the moon's south pole in 4 years. A news conference is set for noon. Learn about the moon at noon. We'll have all the details on our app.
All right, thank you, James. 4 minutes till 6 now. Florida high school student filed a lawsuit after he lost his parking pass over an elaborate display for President Trump. 18-year-old Tyler Maxwell lost his parking pass at Spruce Creek High School in New Smyrna Beach after putting this Trump elephant statue in the back of his truck. When he first drove on campus, the school told him to go home and remove the elephant. Well, his family hired an attorney and filed a lawsuit.
Well, coming up in our next hour, the Pinellas County Schools referendum is up for a vote on November 3rd. In our next hour, what leaders say is at stake if it doesn't pass. Also ahead, some breaking news overnight. Officers, they say a Tampa police cruiser was intentionally set on fire. More details coming up in 3 minutes.
The coronavirus has left many needing help without knowing how to find it.
So we here at ABC Action News created The Rebound Tampa Bay.
An easy way to find resources that will help you get back on track.
The Rebound Tampa Bay is brought to you by Grow Financial Federal Credit Union.
ABC Action News is sponsored by Farah and Farah.
Donald Trump is lying again. Joe Biden will not raise taxes on anyone making under $400,000. Biden will close tax loopholes for big corporations. Trump's tax cut giveaway exploded our debt, so he's threatening Social Security and Medicare. Biden will make the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share, so we can protect Social Security and Medicare and invest in schools and health care.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
If you have thyroid eye disease, and you go through artificial tears in the blink of an eye, or your eyes feel like they're getting kicked in the backside, it might be time to discover another treatment option for thyroid eye disease, also known as TED. To learn more, visit treatted.com. That's treat.ted.com.
Jessica Harrington is running a dirty campaign to try to wipe away her record, banning police officers from protecting our schools, eliminating private insurance for Floridians, and eliminating 500,000 jobs in Florida during the pandemic. A dirty campaign can't wipe away Harrington's record, but Republican Tracy Koster has a positive vision for Florida. Safely reopen our economy, keep your taxes low, protect your health insurance. Tracy Koster, common sense leadership for Florida.
Things are tough right now, and many don't know where to turn for help. That's why we at ABC Action News created The Rebound Tampa Bay. Everything you need to get through these difficult times in one convenient place.
The Rebound Tampa Bay is brought to you by Grow Financial Federal Credit Union.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. Let's get your day started. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
Hundreds of students will be adjusting to different teachers today after some district-wide budget cuts have forced some staffing changes. The challenges those teachers are facing coming up.
It's a whirlpool out here by the bridge. These kids go out there, they get caught, they're gone.
Fighting to save Johns Pass. Locals say the sand is out of control. There's a new effort to crank up the pressure for a fix. And it's win or go home for the Rays, recapping last night's game and the reason the team says they aren't worried. You know what? We believe them. Good morning, Tampa Bay. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm James Tully.
And good morning, I'm Dee O'Reilly. Yes, we do. Behind the Rays 100%. Want to say hello to Sarah Finney. She is back with us this morning after taking a week off from vacation. Nice to have you back, Sarah.
Oh, thank you. Happy to be here. Greg D is enjoying a week off now, and so that's why Shay Ryan is with us. So happy to have you. Hi, Shay.
Hi there, Sarah. It's great to be here this morning, and we certainly have a really beautiful day ahead of us. So whatever you have in mind to do outside, the biggest concern is going to be the heat, and then we will have a chance for some afternoon showers and storms, but they'll be pretty limited, only about 30% coverage. So starting with this morning, we are clear and dry, 77 degrees right now in Tampa, 73 in Plant City, 75 in Lakeland, and 70 in Crystal River. All of these temps well above average for this time of year. And by noon, we're in the mid 80s, and then we top out in the upper 80s to about 90 degrees. The record high for today is 89, so it's pretty likely that we're going to at least meet, if not break, a record today, Sarah.
Okay, wow. The heat just won't quit on us. Thanks, Shay. Hello, everybody. Hope you had a nice night's sleep and you're waking up feeling energized this Monday morning. I do have some good news if you're taking I-4 westbound, say in the Polk County area near past 27. There was an accident there that had a couple lanes blocked, and that was jamming things up, and now it appears to be clearing. But my current crash count is sitting at 2. That's because of another issue in San Antonio. This is 75 northbound the exit ramp to 52. Has some debris in the roadway, so watch out for that. You will find some flashing lights through here. Your What's Good question in less than 10. See ya.
Thank you, Sarah. 2 minutes after 6 now. New this morning, thousands of Hillsborough County students and teachers are going to face some big changes in their classrooms this morning. Last week, the district approved millions in budget cuts and reassigned hundreds of instructors to new schools.
Big changes for sure. ABC Action News reporter Lauren Rosella shows the concern that some now have about class sizes.
This morning, some of the teachers who are a part of this reassignment process say they're worried they may not be prepared to start teaching a whole new group of kids. They've had just days to get ready. The district says their human resources department worked until late Thursday to finalize the list of teachers who would be moving and sending that information to principals. Teachers say they were given the weekend to prepare new lesson plans and classrooms. In some cases, they are completely switching grade levels or subjects. Emily Lee is a teacher who has been a critic of these staffing changes.
We spend weeks with pre-planning. Some teachers, spend all summer buying materials, setting up their bulletin boards, organizing all of their things. And the teachers that are moving, they're going to be expected to do that just over a weekend's time.
Last week, the Hillsborough County School Board opted to finalize district-wide budget cuts. This comes after lower than expected enrollment numbers. The district says position adjustments in total could cut more than $57 million from active payroll over the course of the year. And coming up ahead in our next half hour, the concerns that some teachers now have about class sizes as a result of these staffing changes. In Tampa, I'm Lauren Rosella, ABC Action News.
Let's get some breaking news from overnight. 2 people in custody accused of setting a Tampa police cruiser on fire. It happened around 1:30 this morning. It was parked at the House of Hope Church. It's on Bay to Bay Boulevard. Officers, they tell us the fire quickly put out, and the cruiser actually wasn't used for routine patrol. It was a dummy car. And also new this morning, the Pinellas County Schools referendum is up for a vote on November 3rd. Leaders say funding for several programs is at stake here. Our Larissa Scott explains how the district is using your tax dollars.
In 2004, voters approved the Pinellas County Schools referendum and have renewed it every 4 years. That funding is now up in the air again. The referendum puts extra property tax dollars towards local schools, and since 2004, it has raised $477 million. The district tells us that money is used to strengthen reading, music, and arts programs, which includes paying for art supplies, instrument rental fees for students who can't afford them, intensive literacy programs to help students read at grade level, and paid admission for field trips to museums and art galleries. The funding also provides up-to-date technology and textbooks and helps recruit and retain teachers. Leaders say 80% of referendum revenue supplements teachers' salaries. And coming up in our next half hour, we're looking into just how much money this could cost you if it passes. Reporting from Tampa this morning, Larissa Scott, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Larissa. Let's get you caught up right now with the latest on COVID-19 cases here in Florida. The Florida Department of Health reporting a jump in the rate of new positive tests. Right now, it's at 4.7%. Health experts recommend a safe range is at or below 5%. Across the Bay Area, some of our biggest counties are above that. Take a look at this map here. It includes Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Sarasota, and Highlands counties. Statewide, more than 2,300 new cases were reported yesterday, including more than 500 here in the Bay Area. Meanwhile, cases are increasing all across the U.S. At least 35 states are seeing a spike in new infections. Doctors say the worst could be yet to come. And this morning, the White House Chief of Staff says the administration can't control it.
We're not going to control the pandemic. We are going to control the fact that we get vaccines, therapeutics, and other mitigation areas.
The University of Washington predicts more than 100,000 lives could be saved through February if 95% of Americans wore masks while in public.
Now let's go to the fight to save Johns Pass, a story we've been following for weeks now. Sand continues to build in the channel, creating a beach where there was once several feet of water. Yesterday, business owners and locals rallied together in hopes of drawing the attention of those who can help solve the problem. The sand blocking issue, it's caused a safety hazard, and it's hurting dozens of businesses that rely on their waterfront property for boating and fishing tours.
Just make people aware and the county, city, and state aware that we have a lot of support behind this issue. It's not just one business. It's not just Johns Pass. This is a resident issue. This is a visitor issue.
The sand blocking issue started increasing at a fast rate following the construction of the Johns Pass Bridge. Ideas for a fix will be presented to the county, state, and federal officials at a meeting next Friday. Turning to sports. It is do or die for the Rays. The team lost in Game 5, and now the Dodgers are one win away from winning the World Series. Sports reporters Kevin Lewis and Kyle Berger in Arlington with the details.
Game 5 in the books. Dodgers win 4-2, and unfortunately for the Rays, they could not have the heroic late-inning magic 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, the Rays dug themselves into a 3-0 hole early and just could not dig themselves out. Let's show you how it happened at Globe Life Field last night. Rays trailing 3-0 in the third inning. Yandy Diaz shoots it to right. That scores Kevin Kiermaier. Rays are on the board. Moments later, the legend of Randy Rosarina continues to grow. An RBI single, that's his 27th postseason hit, setting the all-time record. Now, an interesting play here in the third inning. Rays down 3-2, 2 outs. Manny Margot tries to steal home plate, and he is called out at the dish. Still 3-2 in the fifth inning. Max Muncy takes Tyler Glasnow deep. Hunter Renfroe watches it sail out of here. Dodgers go on to win 4-2, taking a 3-2 lead in the best-of-7 series.
I mean, it's one more loss, and obviously it's not a great position to be in, but I think we've kind of battled all year long, and we've come back before.
If there's any team who can, respond well with their backs against the wall, in a sense, no one is at stake. We're in a situation now where it's win or go home. Our group is the group to, come through when we need it the most.
And no game tonight. The series continues with Game 6 on Tuesday.
The Rays are going to send Blake Snell to the mound in what's essentially a one-game season because it is win or go home for the Rays tomorrow. That's Kyle. I'm Kevin. And that's a look at your morning sports.
Thanks, guys. Well, Dia, one thing's for sure. They're no stranger to playing with their backs up against the wall. The last two playoff series, they faced elimination games, and they've come through in each one. Just have to do it a couple more times, and they're good.
Absolutely. Best under stress.
Yes.
Okay, let's check in now with Shay Ryan. Shay, Rays fans a little bit down this morning, a little gloomy, so we need some sunshine to perk us up.
We've got it for sure. In fact, we're looking at a really nice sunny day today, but that's going to bring those temps up to near records today. In fact, the record high, 89. We're likely going to make it up to 90. The Rivergate Tower Tampa camera is showing us very clear skies out there right now, but it's a little hazy because we've got so much humidity. So a steamy start to the day. And with those highs near 90 degrees, it's certainly going to be hot and steamy this afternoon. Taking a look at the tropics, we've got Tropical Storm Zeta now up to 70-mile-per-hour maximum sustained winds, much more organized today than yesterday. Likely to become a hurricane later today as it impacts the Yucatan Peninsula, and then will eventually make its way along and make landfall on the northern Gulf Coast by the middle of the week. Sarah?
Okay, thanks so much, Shay. Hey, hello, everybody. What's good, Tampa Bay? We are back this morning, and I would love for you to share your favorite photo from the weekend. Facebook is my favorite spot. That makes it easy for me to pull your photos, including this one from Yasmin. She says that they went to a drive-in movie. They saw Hocus Pocus at Armature Works. Looks like a lot of fun. Would love to see what you are up to. Again, find me on social media. I'll show your responses at 7 and 9. Dia.
All right, thank you, Sarah. The stock market has been great for those who invest, but it's also widening the racial wealth gap in our country.
Coming up, how one group's trying to get rid of that misconception, especially for African-American women. Plus this.
This gave us the opportunity as women to break the walls of time.
Supporting local businesses owned by black women. We're taking you inside the one-stop shop at the new St. Pete Pier.
Alexa, tell Roomba to vacuum in front of the couch.
Experience clean in a whole new way. Now Roomba offers you personalized cleaning suggestions and vacuums exactly where you need it. By getting to know you and your home, Roomba makes cleaning easier than ever before. So say goodbye to cleaning and hello to clean.
Hey Google, tell Roomba to vacuum the dining room table.
Roomba and the iRobot Home app, only from iRobot.
New number 7 Advanced Retinol Night Concentrate from America's #1 serum brand. 5 times more retinol than the #1 retinol serum, yet formulated to be gentle on your skin. New number 7 Advanced Retinol Night Concentrate.
Beds get sick too. Protection. Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of illness-causing bacteria detergents leave behind. Proven to kill COVID-19.
ABC Action News is sponsored by Lexus of Wesley Chapel. Concierge service and a lifetime warranty.
Jessica Harrington is running a dirty campaign to try to wipe away her record. Banning police officers from protecting our schools, eliminating private insurance for Floridians, and eliminating 500,000 jobs in Florida during the pandemic. A dirty campaign can't wipe away Harrington's record, but Republican Tracy Koster has a positive vision for Florida. safely reopen our economy, keep your taxes low, protect your health insurance. Tracy Coster, Common Sense Leadership for Florida.
For over 10 years, we have been talking to Polk and Highlands County area residents and telling you that you can save a bunch of money with the purchase and installation of Window World windows.
We have talked about how Window World is so confident that we can save you money. We have suggested you call other window companies and get quotes from them. But before you buy, get a quote from Window World.
Window World is a locally owned, family-run business. Our goal is to provide you with the best value for your money and top it off with excellent customer service.
Window World, simply the best for less.
This is how we'll build back better, by supercharging American manufacturing with American companies building things with American workers, by creating affordable childcare programs so workers can actually go to work, by investing in 21st century technologies, finally giving the middle class a real tax cut and providing tax credits to small businesses. That's how Joe Biden will bring this economy roaring back. Want proof? He did it before. Joe will do it again.
Independence USA PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I heard you were in an accident. I'm with the insurance of the driver who hit you. I want to make sure that you're fully paid for the little ding, although most of this looks pre-existing. You really don't need to bring any lawyers into this. All I need is a X. Perfect.
The insurance companies admit themselves that people who hire a lawyer recover 3 times more money. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
The Social Security Administration just released a report saying that if a plan like the one Trump is proposing goes into effect, the Social Security Trust Fund would be, and I quote, permanently depleted by the middle of calendar year 2023. Put it plainly, Trump's plan would wipe out Social Security. If I'm your president, we're going to protect Social Security and Medicare. You have my word. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
14 minutes after 6 on this Monday morning, the stock market has been doing relatively well while the economy continues to struggle in the pandemic. And that's been great for those who can invest, but it's also widening the racial wealth gap. According to data from the Federal Reserve, nearly 61% of white households owned stocks last year, compared to only 34% of black households. Hispanics and other minorities are also less likely to own stocks. This morning, advocates are trying to squash the misconception that you need to earn a lot of money to invest.
By us putting away whatever we can afford, just as though if we were putting away money in our savings account, we can afford to start investing. It takes $1 at a time.
And if you'd like to start investing, BrownGirlsDoInvest.com is one place to check out to show you how to get started. Empowering African American women with a business boost. That's what a groundbreaking new St. Pete collective is doing with a very high-profile location.
You better believe it. They're in a great spot. ABC Action News reporter Sean Daly is on the St. Pete Pier, where 9 inspiring women hope this is just the beginning of big change.
This gave us the opportunity as women to break the walls of time. I see this as not only a storefront, but I see it as an opportunity to look forward.
These amazing women are some of the first faces you meet when you visit the St. Pete Pier. Their marketplace kiosk, one pier by one community, is packed with gorgeous luxury items from 9 different businesses, all owned by African American women.
Our stall is like a mini mall of the pier. We have everything from kimonos to flip-flops to oils to dog apparel. It's the one-stop shop of the pier.
Tanisha Scantley-Williams owns Agape St. Pete. Tony Gallardo sells kimonos from her lounge apparel line. And they are part of a groundbreaking collective of 9 women getting incentive and support to operate here. It's part of a 10-year citywide economic and equity growth plan for African Americans.
Well, unfortunately, Black women, sometimes it's harder for us to get into an industry.
So the city's doing something about that on very sweet real estate. Nikki Gaskin-Capehart, the city's director of urban affairs, says this kiosk is a long time coming.
It's so important that people understand it's a mindset shift and making sure that downtown is diverse and welcoming for everyone.
On the St. Pete Pier, I am Sean Daly, ABC Action News.
Oh, man. Such an awesome place to walk and shop at the same time. Nice way to get some exercise, Sarah. We want that one added to your walking tour.
I'll see what I can do. I know a person. This morning, I'm actually hitting the road, headed south to shoot a walking club that's going to air in a couple weeks. And Shay, it's going to be hot, isn't it?
It is. We are going to be flirting with record highs, not only today, but over the next couple of days. So if you are going to be outside, do expect that it's going to be a lot hotter than what you would typically imagine for this time of year. And we are looking at a nice cool down, though, by Halloween. So that's some good news. But again, it's going to take a little while before we get there. So right now, we're starting off with temps that are in the mid to upper 70s across Tampa, St. Pete, and Sarasota. We do have partly cloudy skies across the area, and again, that means lots of sunshine as the sun comes up this morning. Right now, we're dry. I'm not seeing any visibility issues, so overall, no problematic weather to start the day. Later this afternoon and into this evening, we will have some showers and storms that roll through. The coverage looks to be about 30%, but I do think some of that is going to impact the I-75 corridor as well as the beaches from Pinellas County on south, especially around sunset, so that's something to keep in mind if you were planning on heading out to the beaches, that there could be some thunderstorms for sunset tonight. Overnight will be dry, and tomorrow morning we're going to start off much like today. So it's going to be another hot and steamy one. Highs near 90 degrees. Will be in the upper 80s closer to the beaches. And we should be starting off in the mid 60s, ending the day in the low 80s. That's the average for this time of year. But again, the record 89, and we're likely to make it up to around 90 to 91 over the next couple of days. Rain chances will come down by the end of the week, even more so than what we'll experience the next couple of days. And then on Halloween, we're looking at a high of 85, and those temps will be falling into the low 70s for trick-or-treaters.
Wow. And then we're falling back. So we go from a great thing to a not so great thing in terms of the time change. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Do have some new information for you about an issue up in the San Antonio area. Initially, FHP reported it to be on the 75 northbound exit ramp to 52, but now they have shifted it to say that it's on 52 near McKendree. There are delays in both directions through here. Quite unusual. In fact, the delays, if you are headed westbound, are back to Curly, eastbound back to 75. So that's something that I'll keep an eye on. Issue free in Tampa, St. Pete, in Riverview, as well as Ruskin. If you're taking the bridges this morning, easy breezy ride, 8 minutes across the Howard Franklin. I do want to drive Tampa Bay forward now. The Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization is set to vote on its Transportation 2045 plan today. The 2-year project looks at development and long-term needs within the community. The plan also looks at how to make improvements to safety in some high-trafficked areas. This morning's meeting starts at 9:30 at the Bradenton Convention Center, so we'll keep you updated. And letting you know about plans like this are just part of our commitment to driving Tampa Bay forward. We would love for you to send in your tips about any traffic issues that impact you every day. Call us or email us with the information's on your screen right now. James.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, Google is something most, if not all of us, use on a daily basis, but you probably don't think twice about it. Still ahead, the reason the Justice Department is looking into the company and the deal it had. They may have pushed it into the spotlight. Plus, questions about how coronavirus testing is handled. One group, the reason they say increasing testing by 9-fold is the answer.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Halloween and the coronavirus.
We don't want door-to-door trick-or-treating, period.
El Paso, in the midst of a coronavirus surge, tamping down Halloween plans. The city seeing close to 11,000 active cases. Beverly Hills approving an urgency ordinance banning trick-or-treating, restricting giving candy, treats, or toys to anyone not in your household. Warning, rule breakers will be issued citations.
Even though it was a difficult decision, it really was the right decision to make in this day and time.
So how can you make sure your family stays safe but still has lots of spooky fun? Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll show you the creative ideas from parents across the country. Plus, Dr. Jen Ashton weighs in live with your GMA First Look. I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
ABC Action News is sponsored by OfferPad. Get your free home purchase offer at OfferPad.com.
Attention, fellow seniors. This election will determine your Medicare benefits. Under President Trump, Medicare premiums in Florida have gone down 4%. But with the Biden-Harris government-run health care plan, Medicare will change. Private insurance eliminated. Hospitals closed. You could even lose your doctor. Protect your Medicare coverage. Vote for President Trump. Learn more at seniorsbeware.com.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Deep within Key Largo, you'll see things that may surprise you. From the unspoiled wilderness of the Florida Everglades to the tranquility of John Pennekamp State Park, look below the surface and you'll find more depth in Key Largo in the Florida Keys.
For 47 years, Joe Biden's been digging a hole for American workers. Biden voted to ship our jobs overseas. He raised our taxes and imposed costly regulations on small businesses. Now, Biden wants a $4 trillion tax increase, a government takeover of healthcare, and a Green New Deal that would bury our economy. It's time for Joe Biden to stop digging. Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Your family, your neighbors, yourself. That's who Jennifer Webb is putting in danger. Jennifer Webb signed a pledge for a special interest group 1,000 miles away from here to defund our law enforcement. Your local police believe Webb is so dangerous, they pulled her endorsement. If you care about your safety and the safety of your loved ones, don't let Jennifer Webb put all of us in danger.
Six-year-old Tampa twins are busy making cards for their friends in nursing homes. So you want to make them feel good?
Yeah.
He's willing to make trips to the grocery store on behalf of anyone considered high risk.
I just want people to know there's help out there.
People from California to Seattle who's been paying for pizzas ahead. We're here to take care of our community just as much as they take care of us.
It is 6:24 on this Monday morning. You're watching Good Morning Tampa Bay. This morning, one of the nation's top medical groups is calling for a new strategy when it comes to coronavirus testing. The Association of American Medical Colleges wants a national strategy. Right now, the CDC is putting out recommendations, but says it's up to states to manage. The group's recommendations don't say every state needs the same number of tests, but they say they should routinely screen and test the same high-risk people in places like first responders and schools.
These places are doing testing now, but it's a scattershot approach, and that means that different labs, different institutions in different states are actually competing with each other for the same testing supplies. That shouldn't be happening this far into the pandemic.
The group says the U.S. should be performing about 9 million tests per day. Right now, that number is 1 million. They say people who have symptoms should be tested, as well as people who came into contact with them. And there should be routine tests of those high-risk groups and high-risk areas.
Well, Hillsborough County is adding a new fire station to serve people in the southern part of the county, and now it wants your opinion on the best location to put it. County leaders hope to add the newest fire station to the west of US 301 near Ayersworth Glen Boulevard. And starting today, you can take a survey on your thoughts on the new station. To take that survey and find more info on the station itself, just head over right to our website. You'll find it on the front page. New this morning, the U.S. Justice Department is looking into a lucrative deal between Google and Apple as part of one of the largest antitrust cases. The New York Times reports Google pays Apple between $8 and $12 billion per year to be the default search engine on iOS devices. That's Google's platform. The prosecutors claim this stifles competition and creates a monopoly. According to the Justice Department, almost one half of Google's search traffic comes from Apple devices. The Times speculates if the companies were to break off their deal, it could push Apple to build its own search engine.
Happening today, Amy Coney Barrett is expected to be confirmed to the Supreme Court by the end of the day. Still ahead at 6:30, we're looking into how fast this process was and whether it broke any records in the process. Plus this.
First of all, I think that we can help a lot of businesses and families stay safe. I think that's the biggest piece of this.
A Bay Area man has found a way to keep his business alive during the pandemic, the product that could keep you safe from the coronavirus.
Plan your day with Florida's most accurate forecast. Follow Tampa Bay weather on Twitter.
Meet Margaret Good, the hand-picked candidate of Nancy Pelosi and the radical left.
Their extreme agenda includes government-run health care that will end Medicare. So costly that it will bankrupt Social Security and veterans' benefits. And now, when radical mobs riot in the streets, the far left wants to defund the police. Margaret Good is with Nancy Pelosi and the radical left. Margaret Good is not with us.
I'm Vern Buchanan, and I approve this message.
It's a really nice thing to treat the person that you love. I know that in my life, I love buying jewelry for my fiance. It's just a rewarding thing for me, and it's something I know she loves, and it makes me feel good to make her happy.
Jessica Harrington is running a dirty campaign to try to wipe away her record. Banning police officers from protecting our schools, eliminating private insurance for Floridians, and eliminating 500,000 jobs in Florida during the pandemic. A dirty campaign can't wipe away Harrington's record, but Republican Tracy Koster has a positive vision for Florida. Safely reopen our economy, keep your taxes low, protect your health insurance. Tracy Koster, common sense leadership for Florida.
The first thing I do when I arrive on a job is I'm going to listen to the customer. And then I'm going to listen to the door. At Precision, we take our time with each customer to earn a 5-star review. We promise a quality repair and the best warranty in the business.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Notice something at this Rose Garden event? Virtually no one wearing a mask. This irresponsible behavior starts right here at the top.
I would wear one if I thought it was important.
It is important. Over 218,000 dead, 8 million infections, and Trump ignores health experts.
Are you concerned that the virus is getting close to the White House?
No, I'm not concerned at all.
Irresponsible behavior as COVID is rising again. Independence USA PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
So who are we going to call about the AC?
I already called ABC.
So it's done?
Consider it done with ABC. Right now, get a complete AC system check for just $29. ABC Plumbing, Air, and Heat. Consider it done.
The Social Security Administration just released a report saying that if a plan like the one Trump is proposing goes into effect, the Social Security Trust Fund would be, and I quote, permanently depleted by the middle of calendar year 2023. Put it plainly, Trump's plan would wipe out Social Security. If I'm your president, we're going to protect Social Security and Medicare. You have my word. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Good morning, Tampa Bay. Let's get your day started. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
It's very difficult to know what to say to them. They don't understand the almighty dollar.
Today, thousands of Hillsborough County students will come face to face with the reality of district-wide budget cuts. Now at 6:30, the concerns about class sizes. Also, funding for many Pinellas County Schools programs is up in the air and also on the ballot. How much money the referendum could cost you. And a kitchen turned into a classroom. Well, sort of. The amazing way one local mom is getting her son ready for kindergarten next year. She's serving up a dash of learning with a heaping helping of fun. So cute. Good morning, Tampa Bay. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dia Riley.
Oh, it's cute, all right. I'm James Tully. Miles, the kid you're going to brag on in a second, he's got one heck of a personality. This is a great story. It's coming up in just a few moments. Shay Ryan, she is in for Greg D, who's taken some much-needed vacation, just like the rest of us have here over the last couple of weeks. So Shay Ryan with us with your forecast. Good morning, Shay.
Good morning to you, James. And things are looking really nice out there as we're first starting the day. It is warm and muggy, though, for sure. And it's going to be hot and steamy later on with a few showers and storms. This morning, the temps are ranging anywhere in the 70s. We have the low 70s to the north around Brooksville and Zephyr Hills, to 77 in Tampa and in St. Pete. We've got 71 around Wauchula and Avon Park, Arcadia around 73. So the bottom line is, as we move through the day, we are going to be topping out in the upper 80s to low 90s, and the record high for today is in 89 degrees. So again, hot and steamy with those afternoon and evening showers and storms. Sarah?
Yeah, the heat is not going to quit on us, that's for sure. So you will need maybe even the AC during the morning and definitely during the evening commute. Hey, hello, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good night's rest and you're ready to get this day going. Let me help you get out the door. I am checking a couple accidents, including a new one in Port Richey. This is Sterling and Stone. Blockage reported through here. Moving up to San Antonio, 52 slow eastbound and westbound near McKendree because of an accident. No major issues reported on our interstates and on Tampa as well as St. Pete. Action Air 1 hovering above the Howard Franklin. Traffic moving nicely northbound and southbound. See ya.
Thank you, Sarah. It is 6:32 now. Happening today, big changes for thousands of Hillsborough County teachers and students.
Last week, the district approved millions in budget cuts and reassigned hundreds of instructors to new schools. Our ABC Action News reporter Lauren Rosella shows the concern now some have about class sizes.
Florida's class size limit ranges from 18 kids for our youngest students all the way up to 25 kids per class for high schoolers. But Florida's class size amendment does allow schools that are considered a school of choice to calculate its average number of students across grade levels instead of by individual classrooms. So that means some schools can have classes higher than 25 kids and still meet state regulations. And now that many kids are moving classes because of staffing changes, some teachers are concerned they could be faced with even larger classes that still technically meet state law.
The class sizes are already very large. They're larger than we've had in the past. So they will be redistributed and they will just get larger because that's basic math.
The district has said they will continue to meet all class size requirements according to state regulations. In the meantime, Superintendent Addison Davis putting this video on social media saying he understands this is going to be tough on everyone.
We are listening and want to ensure that every one of our school leaders and our district staff members are working to make these transitions as smooth as possible.
In these budget cuts, more than 400 teacher vacancies will be left unfilled and 246 instructional positions were eliminated. The district has said these cuts are partially due to lower than expected enrollment numbers for this school year. In Tampa, I'm Lauren Rosella, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Lauren. This morning, we're looking into how much it will cost you if the Pinellas County Schools referendum is renewed. It's going to be on the ballot next Tuesday. ABC Action News reporter Larissa Scott explains what you need to know before you vote.
The referendum puts extra property tax dollars towards local schools. Here's how it breaks down. Over the past 16 years, the referendum has raised about $477 million. If voters in Pinellas County approve the renewal, this year, property owners will pay an extra 50 cents per $1,000 of taxable value on their homes. Officials say the referendum costs the average homeowner an extra $78 a year. Pinellas County voters have renewed the half-mil property tax every 4 years since it was approved in 2004. The school district says that money is used for technology, reading, music, and arts programs. It also provides training and classroom libraries. 80% of the funding goes towards supplementing teacher salaries, and this year, leaders say each teacher receives a salary supplement of about $5,200 as part of their base salary. The Pinellas County Schools referendum is on the November 3rd ballot. Head to abcactionnews.com for all of this information and much more. Reporting from Tampa, Larissa Scott, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Larissa. And as Larissa just mentioned, Election Day, of course, is next Tuesday. And we have a list of all the important deadlines on our website at abcactionnews.com/guide. There you can also find sample ballots for your county and also candidate profiles.
Let's get you caught up now with the latest on COVID-19 in Florida. The Department of Health confirming more than 2,300 new cases in its latest report. The Bay Area making up 520 of those. We've mapped it out for you, county by county. The county with the most was Pinellas, followed by Hillsborough. Statewide, 12 more deaths were reported. The rate of tests coming back positive jumped slightly to 4.7%, but that's still below that 5% benchmark that health experts want to see.
If all goes according to plan for Republicans, the newest Supreme Court justice will be confirmed in a matter of hours. The Senate is expected to take a final vote on Amy Coney Barrett today. Our political expert, Joe St. George, is looking into whether this confirmation process set any records for how fast it all happened.
It is hard to believe, but it has only been 39 days since Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg died.
And thousands gathered here at the Supreme Court. Since that time, President Trump has not only selected a nominee, Republicans on the Senate Judiciary Committee have advanced her confirmation out of committee. And today, if all goes according to plan, the full Senate will officially confirm Judge Barrett. Now, when Justice Kavanaugh was confirmed by the Senate, he was sworn in officially just a few hours later, and we expect that to be the same case today. In all, it will have been 31 days from the time President Trump nominated Barrett to the time she became a justice. That's about half the average time. It took 88 days for Justice Kavanaugh, 65 days for Justice Gorsuch, 87 days for Justice Kagan. But Barrett is not setting any political records. In fact, in 1975, it only took President Gerald Ford 19 days to get his pick, Justice John Paul Stevens, confirmed and on the high court. Now, the next scheduled oral argument in front of the Supreme Court is next Monday. And again, if all goes according to plan, Justice Barrett will be there. In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
Thank you, Joe. New this morning, Santa Claus is going to be coming to some Bay Area malls this year after all. Westfield Malls tells us St. Nick is going to be at their locations in late November, but of course there will be lots of changes that you need to know about. They're teaming up with a company called Cherry Hill Programs to offer a contact-free experience. That means no sitting on Santa's lap this year. They tell us Santa and his staff will have daily health screenings and temperature checks and will follow all CDC and local health guidelines. Kids can choose to see Santa in person or online. We've got all the details for you on our website at abcactionnews.com. So good news there. You can still get those Christmas pictures, that every kid gets every year. Have to have those, especially, with the crying baby. You just have to hold them this time. Maybe they won't cry.
Yeah, that is one plus for sure. Shay, how about your kids? Is that a good plan for you, do you think, to see Santa contactless this year?
I think it's a great idea. Anything that we can do to keep everybody safe is certainly, well thought out plan. And hey, as far as the weather is concerned today, if you want to get outside, get some fresh air, go for a walk, the weather is certainly looking nice for it. It's going to be hot and steamy, especially for this time of year, a bit more like summer than like fall. But you can see right now on the Rivergate Tower Tampa camera that we are all clear and dry, so you don't have to worry about any rain or any fog getting in your way here early this morning. Later this afternoon, we will have a chance for some showers and storms, but it won't be anything too widespread. You can see that right now we're on the dry side here, but if you do have some yard work in mind today, we will have that chance for showers and storms beginning anytime around 2-3 o'clock. So again, think of it much like a typical summertime pattern with highs near 90 degrees.
Ooh, summertime indeed. Hello again, Shay. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. What's Good Tampa Bay returns this morning, so I'd love for you to share your favorite photo from the weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed the nice weather, dodged a couple showers out there. Tony D, you know what? She just takes the best pictures all the time. She sent me this one. She says Saturday morning in Safety Harbor. Look at those clouds and the palm trees. Just beautiful. Showing more responses just like this at 7 and 9. James.
Thank you, Sarah. The Tampa Bay Rays did not win last night. They now face a must-win Game 6 tomorrow night in the World Series. As for the Bucs, well, they blew out the Las Vegas Raiders yesterday. The Raiders have proven to be a pretty good team, but Tom Brady didn't care. He threw 4 touchdown passes to move past Drew Brees for the most in NFL history. He also ran for a score. They won 45-20. And Brady will soon have another weapon on offense. The Bucs are expected to sign wide receiver Antonio Brown later today.
Well, he's a tremendous football player, and, I played with him for a brief period of time. So looking forward to working with him again and, see what role he can come in.
And if all goes well, Brown could make his debut for the Bucs in 2 weeks when they play the Saints at home on Sunday Night Football.